There was no name for children growing up in homes with domestic violence. You know, I used to say, I grew up in a home with domestic violence, and now I say, I am a child of domestic violence.
I believe growing up with childhood domestic violence affects everything. Before you have a name to call it, before you even know what it is, you're carrying around all this hurt and this pain and this anger, but you don't know what it is.
It's not just something that I'm struggling with. It's so many different people in the world that are struggling with this same issue. And I didn't know that there was so much scientific data to back it up. I thought that I just went through some stuff. I had no idea that this was a thing that was real and tangible and something that people were experiencing in a way that was so profound that it was affecting their reality on a day-to-day basis.
It did hurt. It did bother me that all of this did happen. But you know what? I really can't change the past. I can't do a thing about it.
All children growing up in domestic violence are affected differently, yet we all were raised to believe the same lies.
I had a very hard time trusting anybody because I had been told all of those negative words.
It's hard for me to trust people, and so I'm really skeptical of opportunities of people being nice and wanting to do things for me and loving me. It's really hard for me to accept love because I'm not sure if it's safe.
I was really scared to be close to anyone, and I couldn't trust people at all.
I'm quick to anger. You know, I used to be really quick to anger and have little patience.
I had so much anger stored in my body, building up since my childhood.
I used to believe that growing up with CDV made me less than, and that it's something I should be ashamed of, and I'm unworthy for all of these great things that are happening in my life.
There are so many different things that I simply thought that I couldn't do because I was stupid or because I wasn't pretty enough. Or that I just didn't deserve them.
I would always try to have the degrees, look perfect on the outside, make sure you always were presented correctly. And on the inside, things just didn't feel right.
I've definitely taken all of that energy I had towards hating people and hating myself and put it towards expressing myself creatively through singing and dancing and making art and spending time in nature and teaching yoga.
So whenever I get really angry or get really upset, I allow the feelings to come, and then I evaluate them, and then I channel into something positive.
I try to use my anger in a more positive way and then try to be the best parent and wife and friend, that I can be.
I'm not all of those experiences. Those things happen to me and outside of me, but I'm going to be something different than that. And it's really about really writing a new story. I'm not broken.
I know the past is the past. It is a huge part of my life, but it does not define me.
If I don't do anything else, I'm enough. And as long as I'm, living a life of purpose and trying to help other people and loving, then I'll always be enough. I don't have to accomplish things to be considered good enough.
And to say to my adult self, I think it's really important to say, you can let that go now, and we're going to learn how to live a different life. Hey, I'm almost 60. It took me this long to get to this point. So if you're even younger than that, you have a great shot at it.
I cultivate compassion and passion, every day in my job, working with kids with special needs. I'm giving back, giving a voice to those who don't have a voice.
Every day is a moment to turn into self, back to the thing that I'm supposed to be.
I can sleep at night knowing that I have the type of household that I have now, peaceful with my husband and kids, that I did not have growing up.
And now I know that I have so much power. I'm so strong, I'm so resilient, I'm conditioned to prepare. And so there's really nothing that I can't do.
And I think what is so important for everybody to do is tell your story. Tell your story, find someone, someplace, somehow to tell your story, because what we really want is to be heard.
Through sharing my story, I know that there are so many other people that are just like me. And to be able to open up to you and share that experience and to say, hey, we're still awesome. It doesn't matter that happened. We are prepared beyond measure for anything the world has to throw at us.
It's also very healing for myself. And healing myself, makes me a healthier person. And when I'm healthier, I can be healthier for my friends and family.
Sharing my story has also helped me in my relationships, like immensely. Like my relationships, from friends to romantic to family to business to everything. Like it's just, I didn't know relationships could be this good. I didn't know life could be this good.